Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always think up, always think up, always think up. You know what we do. So, today I want to come and I want to talk to you guys about self confidence. Self confidence is a tricky little bug, man. So, thank you, first of all, thank you for all your emails and your messages and your interactions. You guys pump me up so much, you have no idea, right? So, I've been getting a lot of emails lately, and I've been feeling this in the energy myself too. Self confidence. Where is your self confidence at? So, yesterday, one of my really great friends messaged me in the morning. All kind of really great stuff. Be great, be great, be great. And we went through the I ams and we kind of pumped each other up, and then we went to work. People message me a lot about, Sarah, how do you have this self confidence? All right, so a little bit about me, right? I love my friends. I have this vibe tribe and we vibe up. So whether it's my friends or my tribe specifically, we pump each other up. We fill each other up. So we tell each other how great we are. We tell each other, how amazing we are. And that's how we keep vibing. This happened a long time ago with me. I've always had really good best friends and they always kept me going. Um, I get a lot of messages, and, some of them are about love and relationships, and some of them are about work and creating that, and some of them are about family life and creating that. And so they're all really different, but they all hit one major point: self confidence. So, how much confidence do you have in yourself when you're going out there and you're making these choices for yourself? How much self confidence do you have whenever you have this fire burning in your heart and you don't know how to get it out to everybody? All right, guys. So I'm going to talk to you guys in chakras, right? So self confidence, I have 528 hertz, fire up your self confidence. Um, and to me, this is your third chakra. This is yellow right in here. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is in your abdomen. This is where it all comes from, your creation station, your powerhouse, right? I love you, Ruben. Yes, always think up. Don't mess around with anything else. I wore my chakra socks, Rube. Aren't those cool? I got them as a present from somebody who vibes high. I freaking love you guys. All right, guys. So in this space in your chakra world, this is your abdomen, this is your stomach, this is your liver, this is your pancreas, this is your gallbladder, this is your spleen. Your adrenal glands come from this space, your mid spine. That's like some physical stuff that you'll get right there, right? And then you have your personality, your willpower. Oh, thank you, Ruben, for the love and the blessings. I love your love. It's so good to me. See, me and Ruben, we're vibing up. Mwah. I love the love. Um, in this place too, you're gonna have your personality, your willpower, your self-esteem, how you personally identify in the world. So that gets deep, guys. A lot of these messages that I'm getting are like, I feel this, but I'm unsure, and I want this, but I don't know how to really go about it. That is what's letting me know you guys are blocked in this space. We can't look for love from somebody else to fill us up and make us who we are, right? So one big thing that I do with myself, I've been doing with myself for years, and now I do it with my baby, every single morning when I wake up, and it's the I ams. And me and my friend, I mentioned that earlier, that me and my friend talk a lot about I ams. And so some people say, well, how, what do you mean? How are the I ams? Well, it's kind of like this. You get up every day, you look in the mirror, and you say, I am great. I am a light worker. I am empathic. I'm a seer. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I'm great. I'm funny. I'm creative. So these are the things that we run into. Now, when you first start to say these things, guys, they're not going to be the easiest things that ever came out of your mouth. They're actually going to be pretty tough. You're going to be looking at yourself like, should I really be doing this or no? You should be doing this. You should be doing this. You are great. You are funny. You are brilliant. You are super hot. You're super great, man. So, This is your personality, guys. This is your willpower, your self-esteem, your personal identification. So, when you're messaging me these things about I don't really feel good and I'm really feeling crappy, and if this person would just pay attention to me, then I would feel better. That's what lets me know you're off. Your assertiveness in life and your intuition, your inner drive. So, you guys wonder all the time, where do I get this? Where do I get this? I got a lot of healing work. So for the past 10 years, I've been getting so much healing work that this is in me. This is what I do, right? So guys, I'm a light worker. I'm an empath. So I'm a seer. I see energy. I feel into energy. Sometimes I wish I didn't. It can be a rough world sometimes. I'm going through all these upgrades. Holly, you're amazing. Every one of us is going through these upgrades. The vibes are lifted up high, and I've been feeling a lot of like downtime, but I still have to look at myself and say I'm great. I'm worth it. I'm funny. I'm amazing. I got this. So, how do we get unstuck from here? How do we, get our personal power back from whatever took it? How do we start following these gut instincts that I speak of? How do we start taking risks and making decisions better for ourselves? There's so many different ways to do this, but the easiest way, I think, is just to balance your chakras from the root up, right? So I say that constantly. Do you have self-respect? I get a lot of messages from people, and I can just tell by the way that they speak to me that they don't have very much self-respect for themselves. I send you all love. I send you love back in the emails. I send you love before I go to sleep. Do you have confidence? I get so many emails about a lack of confidence, about not being pretty enough or smart enough or strong enough or, rich enough or all these things. You don't have to be any of those things to create, guys. I love you all. But, God didn't make creation only for the rich. God didn't make creation only for the smart. He didn't make creation only for, a certain class of people. He made it for us all, right? And we all have free will, whether we create or don't create. And so that's why I want you guys to create. And if you're not creating, you're blocked. So when you're blocked, what do you feel like in this space? You feel like a lack of trust in yourself. Your gut instincts and your intuition is just off. So your intuition is just like, I'm not sure. You feel something, but then you don't go with it, and then it slaps you in the face. So I want to ask you guys a few questions, and these questions are for real about this space, right? So energy is really easy. I talk about disease coming into a physical form, right? So before disease comes to a physical form, it starts in an energetic form. And this is a place where a lot of people are hurting in our wombs. This is our creation station of our bodies, right? So why is this so important? I have friends out there who are, just giving their sex away, or I have friends out there who are just blocked off in their sex, or I have friends out there who, every time it comes to sex, things are getting messed up and all this stuff. Oh, think up. I love you too. Have a good night at work. You can always come back and watch it and share it with anybody who you think needs it. I love you, girl. So, these are the things that go on in this space. So this is your sexual energy space. This is, where a lot of this stuff comes from. So, in your life, question number 1 is, where in your life do you feel worthy and adequate? I got my citrine here. Where I feel worthy and where I feel adequate is when I'm doing this stuff, when I'm in my light work, when I'm feeling into the energies, whenever I'm helping people that are really down and low. In my now moments, when I walk past somebody and smile, when I'm at school and somebody's low and I bring them back up, when I'm with my family and, they're not sure what's going on and I bring their vibes back up, that's where I feel worthy and that's where I feel adequate. So, that's showing you like kind of where you need to be out here. And that's in your work, in your relationships, in your circles, all of those things. Now, question number 2 is, where do you feel inferior? Where do you feel less than? Do you feel less than in your family sometimes? Do you feel less than in your work sometimes? Do you feel less than in the things that you love or the things that you're doing? That's going to let you know something. Feel inside of you. What do you feel like certain times? Number 3, do you tend to be responsible? Or do you tend to give away the responsibility? Or do you tend to take on all the responsibility and try to be the fixer? That's going to let you know, right here is a good blend of responsibility. So, if you can take the responsibility that's yours and give the rest to others, then you're pretty balanced and healthy here. But if you are not very responsible, blaming others for your stuff or taking on all the responsibility so that you can just get past it, then that's where you have a block. Number 4, when do you get aggressive or defensive out here in life? And does that serve you? So, are you bumping up against somebody at work and you're getting aggressive? I love you if you are. I've been there, believe me. I'm all about love, I'm all about light, but every once in a while I get aggressive sometimes. I get defensive sometimes, the heart space is it for me. I get really defensive in the heart space, guys. So it's all right. It all has to do with this. And then it goes up here and it all mixes around the place. It's all right. We all do this. This is just letting you know that you're off in your energy. And then once you balance that out, then it all starts to work out. Number 5, what areas in your life do you struggle with, with self-control? So do you have areas where you don't have enough self-control? So, I got a message the other day from a beautiful girl, and she says she wakes up in the middle of the night and she just eats a lot, and she feels like she doesn't have any control. She'll wake up in the middle of the night and she'll just go and snack, and she doesn't have any control. If she would get her energy balanced out, then those things would start to fade off. What areas of your life do you exercise discipline? Guys, I've been through so much stuff in my life. So, when I was 22, I got a DUI, I quit drinking. So I quit drinking 10 years ago, and now here I am. I still don't drink. Well, I drink coffee. Self-discipline is also, when everybody wants me to do healing work and answer messages and all these things, sometimes in my self-discipline, I have to know that I'm tired and maybe my daughter needs me, or maybe my tribe needs me, or maybe I need to take a break and relax. You guys have seen I haven't been on for a while. I'm self-disciplined. So, I've been getting sick. These little flu bugs been coming around. I've been cutting back a little bit. I've been not giving myself away so much. Sometimes as an empath, you'll give until you're just completely down on the floor. Number 6, where do you feel powerless in your life? I get so many emails about, I feel like I have no power over my family. I have no power over where I have to work or where I have to live. That's not true. Since when has this been going on? What are you relating that to in your mind? You are infinite possibilities, guys. I love all of you because I know that you're freaking greater than you think, right? Number 7, where do you feel like you have the most power? Where do you feel like you have the most confidence? When you're off in this space, sometimes just to think about where you have the most power and the most confidence, that's a good place to go. That's a good place to be. If if you're feeling off and then you go there to a place where you feel power, that will connect you and that will plug you back in, and that's the good stuff. Guys, God gave me this, all of this. He gave me this so I can help you all and feel so deep about what's going on. And, the thing is, I had one really special email that said, Sarah, why do you do this? Why do you put your time on here and do this for free? If you love you, I feel relaxed. So I am a feeler. I'm a seer, right? So if I walk past you and you're sad, I feel sad. If I walk past you and you're mad, I feel mad. If I walk past you and you're taking medicine, I can taste it. I don't know why God gives us these things. We're all connected. I tell you guys all the time, it's a beautiful thing. Every once in a while, in the beautiful, I get a little shook up and I get a little, out of track because it's a lot to take on. So, when you're trying to heal, my advice to you is start from the root, go up to the top. We have chakras. It's your Roy G. Biv. I work on your nervous system, so I can help your nervous system release old patterns so you don't fall into old behaviors. And then once you do that, then you can just let go of old things and then pick up new things that you love. I get it, guys. You know, you're emailing me about these nasty diseases and about these nasty thoughts and the air being so thick lately, and I feel it all. And I love you all for reaching out and getting involved with Always Think Up and tagging, you know, Always Think Up to your posts about being great and all of these things. You know, I'm just out here trying to create some bliss in my life, and this is how I do it. This is how I roll it. I've been meeting so many new friends through Always Think Up, and everyone is wanting to know this stuff. So some of my old friends that I grew up with, they're like, whatever Sarah has to do. But that's okay, because I have a lot of new friends too that are very interested in what's going on and how to heal. Does, you know, healing yourself mean that everything's perfect? No. Does healing yourself mean that you don't make any more mistakes? Nope. You know, I'm just talking about clearing out your energy field so we can get rid of these nasty diseases. You know, dis-ease starts energetically, and then it'll bug you, right? And then it'll just be in there and just be bugging. And then eventually it's going to create something physically in your body. So, you know, what I tell you guys in some of my first videos, I had emergency hernia surgery, guys. That was not good. Where was it at? In my belly button. What was this space? This was my solar plexus chakra. What does this have to do with? You know, all of the things that I have been holding on and holding back, you know, this can happen in so many ways, guys. So I have a really great girl on here. You know, she was sharing things about, you know, sexual energy and how her sexual energy had been, you know, tampered with. And this happens a lot, guys. And it's something that happened to me when I was a young girl. So I think from the time I was a young girl going through that, you know, being violated sexually and not telling anyone, and then growing in through that, you know, I was holding on to a bunch of shit for a long time that I didn't need to hold on to. I didn't need to own that. That was that person's fault that they hurt me like that. But by me holding on to that for so many years, I held on to that for a lot of years until the disease manifested into a physical form. And the physical form ended up being that, you know, whoa, you have to get emergency hernia surgery. You're going to die. Like, this little thing is like pinched off and it's going to screw up your whole body. So, you know, part of me was thinking, well, it's not that big of a deal. Nobody will believe me if I say, you know, all of those things. And then it went and it got deeper as time went by. And then it got into, you know, I really wasn't into sex too much. And if I was into sex, it was really shut off sex. I was afraid to share myself with a lot of people like that. It wasn't easy for me. Even, you know, I'm still healing up from that, guys. There's so many people out here going through this. There's so many people going through so many different things with their sex, men and women, underusing their sex, overusing their sex. You know what I say, guys? Sustain and create. Sustain and create, sustain and create. So, you know, I do videos on grounding, centering, meditation. I'm trying to teach you guys how to sustain and create. Does that mean never have sex again? No. Don't be crazy. All it means is that every time you feel the urge to have sex, it doesn't mean go have sex. This place, this solar chakra, this is a creation station in your body. So, you know, some of the greatest men and women out here, they use their sexual energy, which is something that God gave us, to sustain and create. When they're doing this, they are taking that sexual energy that they naturally get, which is fine. It comes from God. It's healthy. It's safe, right? Close your eyes, breathe in, and just imagine it just billowing up all the way to the top until it's just coming out. And then go do something that you love, whether it be working out or writing or drawing or taking a walk or, you know, getting physical, getting mental, getting all these different things. And you are going to start creating. These ideas are going to start coming to your head and you're going to say, oh my gosh, they came from nowhere. No, they came from above. They came from up top. You're great. You're meant to be great. It doesn't matter what you've done in your sex before. You're great. You're great. So every one of us has been broken down and beaten around. You know, I had a baby outside of wedlock and all that stuff. You know, thank God they don't stone us anymore for all of this stuff, right? So we have free will, guys. What does that mean? You have free will to create whatever you want in this life. So if you want to create a bunch of sad, not so great moments, go ahead. That's fine. I'll be here for you. I'll try to help pick you up. Email me, thinkupalways@gmail.com. I got so much love for you. If you want to go out and act like sex, giving your sex away doesn't bother you, go ahead. For a man, the sexual energy from a woman stays on for 30 days. For a woman, the sexual energy of a man stays on for a lifetime. Think deep. That's deep, guys. So then if the man is sleeping with a woman who has slept with a bunch of men, can you imagine what that man's going to feel? Or if the woman slept with the man who was sleeping with a bunch of people at the same time, how does that woman feel? And then they're both telling each other something, but then the sexual energy is saying something different. And it's all this big bunch of confusion. So are you going to get personal and take it personal with the other person? No. You have to look into yourself. See what your issue is with yourself. So, I tell you guys, when I run into issues with other people, I look at myself. Yeah, everybody wants the story of, the perfect fairy tale ending of however your fairy tale ends, right? But it's the journey that gets you there that makes it the best. When you know that you're great and you have self-confidence, then you start to attract the tribe of your dreams. Then you start to live the life that you want to. I wasn't always really confident to get on and say, I'm a light worker. God brings people to me that are hurting or need help. And now that I've gotten rid of all these blocks and I'm really healing up in this space, I can talk about it. It took me a long time to let it out that someone, took advantage of me and my sex. It was somebody that I knew very well. It was, a guy that I was dating. It was one of his friends. And I didn't tell anyone. And it ripped my relationship apart. And it made me not be friends with my same friends anymore. And I didn't tell my mom. And, I was in high school and I got really mean. And she didn't know what was going on. I didn't tell her. I didn't know how. I wasn't trying to protect anyone or myself or anything. I just didn't have the self-confidence to go out and say, hey, somebody was messing around with me and my sex. Guys, this happens a lot. I hear so many kids being molested and by their older people or somebody in their school. Any kind of sexual trauma in that way will shut down your powerhouse. It will shut down your creation station. It will start to form disease in the stomach and the liver and the pancreas and the gallbladder and the spleen and the adrenal glands and the mid-spine. And believe me, if you're off in one area, it's going to mess you all up and you're going to be off in other areas. The reason why I tell you this is because I love you. You're worth it. You're worth it. So, what I went through, that doesn't make me. What that person did to me, that doesn't make me. I don't know. So, people will say about karma, do I believe, in this and that about karma? I do. I'm not worried. I'm just worried about my karma. I don't try to worry about that man's karma. I don't try to wish that something bad happens to him so he can understand how that felt for however many years that I went through that. He doesn't even really know that, maybe in his mind that was never even real. Guys, people's reality is their own, and that's all right too. Did it hurt me? Yeah. Do I need to tell him to justify it? No. I trust in God, and I trust that God sees me and knows. And, one thing, because I went through that I pray for my baby is that, God is always protecting my baby, because that is one thing that I do not want to happen to her. And me and my mom are really close, like best friends, and I didn't tell her. I was humiliated. I wasn't very confident about what happened. And so, I don't want my baby to ever feel that way. And I know that I picked this life, and I know that, the reason why I went through everything is because I needed to. And I trust that God will protect my baby and, all of you. So my friend shared how many people have been sexually assaulted, and the number was astronomical, guys. And so for this whole self-love piece, it's hard to love yourself when somebody hurts you in your sex. Whether you're a woman and it's a woman, whether you're a man and it's a man, whether you're a woman and it's a man, or vice versa, or whatever. It happens to so many people. And, what you lose in that experience is self-love. You hold a lot of crap in your body when this happens to you. So my whole thing for you is, I'm going to go through the areas of the chakras. I'm going to tell you, how it physically affects you, and I'm going to share some stories about it. And my whole thing for this is I just want you guys to heal. I want you to be the best versions of yourself, because like I said, when you love yourself, I feel peaceful. We have this collective consciousness out here. We are all connected to one another. So, if you're hurting or I'm hurting, everyone hurts from that. That hurts. I look at healing a lot different now that I've been through healing. So, now that my body has healed up some really great things, I love you, Chelsea. Thank you. I don't know where this stuff comes from. It comes from up there. It is hard to talk about. And, a lot of the emails that I get in, people are emailing me some things that are really hard to talk about. Oh, Kel, I love you. You pump me up. You're a beautiful soul too, girl. You're a beautiful soul too. So you guys have heard me talk on here about my trouble with relationships. And what I'm telling you guys is where my trouble from relationships stems from. This is where it comes from. It comes from, I feel honored to be connected to you. I love you too, Chelsea. I got to get up with your mom, Chelsea, about those oils. I need more. And she's doing the ones I like. I think you said Young Living. It's all right. If you're having a hard time in an area, it's okay. I share this with you all to let you know that people are just people. The relationship problems that I've come through, have been from PTSD type thing. So, some people think out here that PTSD is only for soldiers. PTSD isn't for soldiers only. It's for people who have really experienced some real trauma in their lives. I feel like the trauma that I experienced when I was young ended up making the trauma that I experienced when I was a teenager so easy for it to happen. Because when you're traumatized, you do things that aren't very good for yourself. You don't have self-confidence. You don't have self-respect. You're very indecisive about life. You don't feel like you have any personal power. When you have gut instincts, you just go there. Yes, you too, love, you too. And I definitely can't wait to connect with her because I need like the whole kit. I've been really diving deep, and I've been ordering these nows online, and it's just like way too crazy. I just need someone who lives here and we can talk about some things for healing and some ideas and just get them. Thank you, Chelsea. Mwah, I love you. So, I don't want you to think, if you're out there going through it, I don't want you to think you're the only one going through it. I get plenty of emails for people that are going through it. And life can get tough sometimes, especially when you're not confident in yourself. I love all of you, and I hope you know that we're all connected, and you have free will to let go of whatever you've been through in your past, start new right now, tomorrow, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, whatever. Vibe up, get you around some people that you love, get you around people that encourage you. Those 5 questions I went through, ask them about you. If you're interested in the energy work and the light work that I do, get in touch with me, message me on here, email me, thinkupolies@gmail.com. I love to talk about it. I love to explain it, send links, stuff like that. This is a really great meditation. This is the Solfego frequencies, 528 hertz, self-confidence, self-love. Put these vibrations through, you guys. Fall in love with yourself. Oh, Marian, I love that you come on here and listen to me. I love you guys. You pump me up like no one's business. I'm telling you, man, it's God. Because, guys, this is God. Because I would not get on here by myself and do this. This is God. Like, I don't want to be the center of attention. Somebody said, oh, you must need attention. And he was big wording me the other day. No, actually, I like to be like off by myself, and I don't want anyone to be paying attention. However, there are so many people that need some healing. This is really real out here. The vibrations are lifting, everything's shifting, and people are feeling crazy. You're not crazy. You're just lifting the vibe. You're starting to have to feel into yourself. The things that hurt you before, you need to get them out somehow. You don't have to get on a live and tell everybody that someone touched you in your sex. That's just, that's something I like to do. No, that wasn't something that I like to do. It's just something that is helping me heal. So every day, even though I've been through 10 years of healing, I'm still healing. Healing is for really big injuries like my knee injury, or really little things like letting that go, that someone that I really loved and admired hurt me in my sex. And so when I really love and admire someone, I get off in that space, not get off like excited. I get off like I shut down, and I don't follow through right, and I don't say things right to people. I don't mean to, guys. So if I've affected you in that way at all, if you've talked to me and thought like, wow, this chick is a little bit different when it comes to trying to flirt, it's because I shut that down for a long time. I'm working on it. And so that's why I want you to know that, you guys look at me like I'm like the holy grail of healing, and I'm still working on it. I grab my citrine. Bam. We're talking about that yellow, man. That's where it's at. I lay this on my belly sometimes, and I just do meditation. It feels so good. And I just breathe in, I breathe out, and I make this strong. Because I do want to fix this space, guys. I don't want to keep running people off because I don't trust them for no reason. I don't want to do that. I don't have any reason not to trust the new people in my life. Maybe that fella that was all up in my space and I didn't want him there. Yeah, I don't trust him. But new people, I don't have to hold that, and I don't have to act like that was them. That wasn't them. That was him. And, I believe that I don't need to chase that cat around. I believe that God knows what he did to me, and that somehow or another, he's holding on to that in his energy as well. Guys, I love you all. And if there's anyone out there going through a hard time, I send all my love and light to you. If there's anyone who needs any prayer, any love, please send me a message. I got you. You don't even have to say what it's for. The more specific you are, the more specific I can pray. But you can just say me, and I'll send you out some stuff. If you guys look at my live later and there's something that you love or something that you think that your friends could use, share this video. I talk about some really saucy things that not too many people want to talk about. And if you guys would believe it, I've been plagued with the flu. So the flu keeps coming around and coming around and coming around and beating me down. So, I have to start getting a little bit more physical and eating better, eating more from the light. I've been kind of on the run and just eating some crap. All right, guys. So the vibes are lifting, and I just want to make sure that you guys are comfortable out here and falling in love with yourselves. I wish that the world could see how amazing I see them. When I learned the body holistically, I just look at you, even if you're broken, and I just see you so great. These messages that I get in about I'm never enough, I'm not good enough, I won't be this, I won't be that. I'm just thinking like, this person is awesome at what they do. Like, I follow their videos, I follow their posts. Like, I think you're the most amazing. And then I write that back, and then I don't hear anything back. I really do think that. I'm not just talking shit, guys. When you're a holistic practitioner, you can't help but to look at people as whole already. So, I have ladies calling me from broken marriages and men from, broken families. And I just think that they are amazing. The things that they love, the things that they go for, the things that they try for. I don't look at you for your faults. I just look at where you're amazing. I don't look at you for your physicalities. I feel into your energy, guys. We all have a special gift from God, from above, and I really hope you guys find it, because this is some good shit. All right, guys, we're all connected. Mwah. One love.